Maybe just start with, seeing one classmate in Riley get injured and then seeing another in Emma come through with the homer and kind of have her back that way. What were your thoughts kind of over the course of the middle innings there with that roller coaster?
Yeah, I was just like, wow, Emma did it for Riley and for the team. And she carried it so well throughout the entire game going forward. And I think it's just like we got each other. That I got you really meant something right there. And Emma showed it, the entire team showed it, and it's just like Riley's not alone and that we always got her.
You guys as a freshman class have had to experience so much over this last year or so, and to deal with something like an injury to Riley McCoy in the middle of a do-or-die game type situation and to come up ahead of it, how important do you think that is to, I mean, obviously you never want to experience that, but how important do you think it was to experience something like that going into a super regional play where, again, you just don't know what's going to come your way?
Yeah, I thought it was important. I know like something like that we never want to happen, but for us to continue to bounce back like that, it was just such a blessing to see that we can come back from a deficit like that and just know that whatever happens, we got Riley, and that I know that if something happened to us, that Riley would got us too. So it was just playing that game for Riley and finishing it out.
I was just wondering,
spectacular defensive plays that were keys to limiting them offensively late in that game, partly because you made some really tough picks at first look easy. Just why were you so prepared to step into that role in that moment and play so well?
Yeah, I think it's just continuing to do it in practice, game-like. Like today we had, we connected the phone. It was like all the cheering. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it was like the Jane got really loud. And so just continuing to stay within our process. And every time we would come into the dugout after each inning, Paige would be like, stay within us. We're going to score. Just breathe. And it's just like having a leader like Paige in that situation really was important to us.
just wondering, when did you first hear back from Riley? I'm just curious, what were the first words that she told you once she found out that obviously she was moving on with Super Regionals with you guys?
I think it was when she sent that text out or the post out on social media. That's when I texted her and I was like, you know what, I got you. And that's when I noticed that I had to step up my game, whether I was going to play the field, hit, like just to do it for her. And that no matter what happens, that we're just going to play for each other and just stay process driven.
Can you just describe what this freshman season has been like for you? I mean, you guys have been, Big Ten champions to now to regional winners, now playing in the Super Regionals. What's it been like just processing all the moments up until now?
Honestly, it's been so unreal. And I know at the beginning of the season, the first day we were together, we were like, oh, version 7 is special. And to see that actually come into play really means something. And just all of us freshmen coming together and just continue to have each other's backs throughout the highs and the lows, but just continue to stay neutral with each other and just continue to keep each other in the loop of what's going on and just having that communication piece and just whether you're playing or not, to know that we always got you and continue to stay within ourselves.
So you've had success growing up. I mean, you've been on successful programs. I know that when you came in here, you personally and the freshman class had a goal to really pull this team together and make them really close. I think Ohana, that family environment, it's kind of happening. I mean, what's it like to see that, you guys will that to fruition?
Yeah, I think it was just the freshmen bringing everyone together because we had just come back from travel ball season where like we've been together for 5 years and just continuing that into this season. Like I've played with 4 of the girls that have already been here and continuing to play with Emma. Like we were already a family before, so just continue to bring everyone else on with us and become like one family, one unit type, and just continue to push forward with each other and stay within ourselves.
This was obviously your first experience in the postseason for NCAA softball. Just what are you taking away from that experience heading into Super Regionals where it's going to be like double the intensity? Yeah,
I think it's just continue to breathe and stay within our process and ourselves and just looking back, really leaning back on our seniors because they've been through it. Those who have transferred been through it, like just continue to communicate with them and just really, we have this thing where we squeeze our hands together. We're like, oh, here we go. And then we just move on. I think it's just continue to lean on our leaders.
There was a picture, part of the video, but there was a picture of you in the outfield with an embrace of your brother. Could you just talk about how special that moment was in that moment?
Yeah, Micah, man. He's my twin. Like, we look alike. We've all said this. He's my best friend, and I know, like, he comes to every game, but I feel like the ones that he doesn't come, I'm just like, oh, like, I'll see him whenever. But when he is here, he really embraces. I think he's like the number one Ducks fan because he's always like, oh my gosh, it's Mateo. I'm like, come on. Like, we're at a softball game. Like, every time I see him when we do pre, he's sitting there in the front row eating a hot dog, a pretzel. He'll be eating something, but he'll be like there in the stands with everyone. And I just love him so much.